So XAI have released what Elon Musk claims to be the smartest AI and the most powerful AI model in the world right now.
This is the smartest AI in the world, and we're going to show you exactly how and why. And it really is remarkable to see the advancement of artificial intelligence, how quickly it is.
Yeah, so Elon Musk here just says that the AI models like Grok 4 is advancing faster than any human can. The training that they have done outperforms the speed of learning of any human being, which is obvious in the AI world, given the size of the networks and the data that can be fed to these networks in such a short period of time. Lately, the XAI lab has been working so hard to achieve this. So basically, Elon Musk's goal was to just beat all the benchmarks that exist out there, and it seems that they have achieved it.
AI is advancing just vastly faster than any human. We're going to take you through a bunch of benchmarks that, given like the SAT, would get perfect SATs every time, even if it's never seen the questions before.
Yeah, so here is just talking about what is that it's gonna outperform any human being on the SAT scores, GRE scores as well. So it's like a smart PhD level in all the fields at the same time. Yeah, so then they discuss some benchmarks that I'm going also to discuss in this video. So let's start with the Humanity Last exam. Let me show you the performance of Grok in this Humanity Last exam. The smartest model right now, which was Gemini 2.5 Pro, was scoring 21% out of 100, and now Grok 4 seems to score 25. And with the extended compute, basically the Grok 4 Heavy scores 44%, which is remarkable. And also there is like Grok without tools, and Grok with tools also outperforms that. What is the Humanity Last exam, if you're wondering? They introduced something that basically models cannot train for. So basically all the benchmarks or dataset that exist, you can somehow simulate it into the knowledge of the LLM itself. That's why you can achieve very high scores on it. It's a global collaborative effort with questions from 1,000 subjects, expert contributors affiliated with over 500 institutions across 50 countries, comprised mostly professors, researchers, and graduate degree holders. So they are very basically difficult questions. Some examples, here is the representation of Roman inscription, originally found on a tombstone, provide a translation of the Palmyran script. The translation of the text provides this. So this is basically a question from Henry from Oxford. This question from MIT. Okay, some math questions. So some very difficult questions. And basically, so far Gemini 2.5 Pro was the first. Yeah. So one important thing to note is that they have actually some measurements to prevent the problem of overfitting on the dataset. So to combat the serious problem of training data combination and benchmark hacking, we have additional held out private. So they have some hidden private set of HLE questions to periodically measure overfitting to the public dataset. So for example, if the public dataset, the model scores a high, and then on the hidden questions, it scores very low, then there is some discrepancy, and basically they can predict that the model has been overfitted on the dataset. So Grok actually scores high on this. So basically, as we just shown, it scores the best model right now scores 21, while Grok can reach 44 when it's using heavy version or the extended compute time. So these questions are really complicated math PhD level questions that has been crafted by people. And it's also worth mentioning that it's multimodal, so the model can be provided images as well. So now let's move to the next one. The next one is the ARC-AGI benchmark. So it's called the Abstraction and Reasoning Corpus, measuring the model's ability to generalize knowledge and intelligence. Direct response to this gap aimed to evaluating AI's capability to handle novel, unforeseen problems, situations it had not been explicitly trained on. AGI consists of 800 puzzles tasks designed as grid-based visual reasoning problems. These tasks trivial to humans but challenging for machines. So let me show you an example. Let's play. There are some puzzles. There are 400 puzzles. So for example, this. Okay, so correct the next puzzle. So let's try the next one. So I'm gonna go to the next one. Next. So okay, so let's see this one. The example. This one. This is the output. This one, I think. So first we need to reset it to 10 times 6. to resize, and then we need to just fill the pattern. So here's submit the solution. Okay, so now we got it correctly. So that's the idea of the ARC benchmark. So there are some patterns basically, and the kind of the AI needs to understand what the pattern is. So let's see the Grok results on that leaderboard. So now Grok 1 thinking scores 66.7%, so it's the best model on it. And here's the cost per task. For example, the O3 preview actually scored 75%, but the cost is per task is around $300, something like that. So it's so much. But for Grok, it's like just $1 per task, and it scores pretty high score. Not a 100% score, but it's like a very impressive score. And now let's go. There is ARC-AGI 2. So let's now try to understand the ARC-AGI 2. Now they made it even more difficult while maintaining the ease for the humans. So let's actually try to play with it as well. So let's try this task. Okay, so let's see how difficult for us will be. Okay, so this is ARC-AGI 2 apparently. Okay, so as I can see immediately here, I can just like complete this pattern and this pattern and this pattern. Okay, so let's see this one. So first let's resize 21 times 21. And then I need the pink one. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Here I put it. Here I initialize it. Okay, so copy from input. So I copied from input. And then now I can actually continue with it. So let's see. So there is this one. I think I just need to connect the green ones. So here's my logic. So the from the two examples, okay, there's third example. So from the examples is that this one should follow the same pattern. So this one, for example, it's like a square, but this goes from outside and here -1 block, and from inside as well. Here's the same, like it follows this one, and here's the same, like it follows it from here and from inside. And the green, okay, so the green, if it's 3, there's nothing. If it's here, just like close the circle. And these two basically, yeah, so the same logic as here. This goes and this follows. And and this is just the yellow is just a line. So okay, so let's see. So this one follows the same logic until the end, like here. Here it follows it exactly as it is, because basically it's like next to it. So here, when it's like next to it, it follows exactly the same pattern. The green one, my intuition was to just to draw it, just to connect it. And for this one, I was thinking either to leave it as is, following this pattern here, just leave it as is, or maybe we want to do. Okay, so I think when it's like an odd number, we just need to leave it like this. So let's check on the solution, just making sure that distances are the same here. 1, 2, 3. I think this should be here, right? Oh no, it was correct. So I think that's it. Submit the solution. Oh, so the solution is wrong. Why is it wrong? Should it be like this maybe? For the yellow one? I doubt it, but maybe. It's like here. Okay, so that is wrong. I'm failing humanity right now. Okay, so there might be, okay, copy from input. Let's try again. Okay, so that's correct. Whew. It's not that easy. So as you can see, it's like pretty difficult. So here's also another example, and let's read the insights about it. So this is the president of ARC-AGI or ARC Prize. So we got a call from XAI 24 hours ago. We want to test Grok on ARC-AGI. So we walked them through the testing policy, no data retention, model checkpoint must be intended for public use, temporary increase in rate limits for burst testing. Okay, so they were on board, so we got started. Grok 4 is now the top performing publicly available model on ARC-AGI. So second, ARC-AGI 2 is hard for the current AI models. To score well, models have to learn a mini skill from a series of training examples. This demonstrates that skill at test time. So the previous top score was 8% by Opus 4. So on the ARC-AGI, the top score on this task that we just solved, the top score was 8%. So the models would solve only 8% of these tasks. So getting 15.9 breakthrough that noise barrier, Grok 4 is showing non-zero level of fluid intelligence. But the mission isn't over. We need new ideas to solve ARC-AGI 2 at scale. So here's the leaderboard for AGI 2. So as we can see, the best model right now was Claude Opus, 16,000 tokens at under 10% the result. So for Grok 4 scored around 16%, so that's impressive. And the cost also is relatively small. As we can see, like the O3 preview where it was expensive and the score was still low. Next one is some independent third-party analysis for various benchmarks. So this is the artificial intelligence analysis, and let's see their analysis and what they have to say. So XAI gave us early access to Grok 4, and the results are in Grok 4 is now the leading AI model. We have run our full suite of benchmarks, and Grok 4 achieves an artificial analysis intelligence index of 73. So what artificial analysis do actually is that they collect multiple benchmarks and they do the testings in an independent manner to make sure the test settings actually are fair. Current Grok 4 index, intelligence index provided by them was 73, ahead of OpenAI O3 at 70. So OpenAI A3 was 70 before that. And now the Grok 4 is 73, Google Gemini 4 is 70, the same as O4, Anthropic Claude Opus is 64, DeepSeek is 68, full results breakdown below. So this is the first time Elon Musk and XAI has the lead of the AI frontier. Grok 4 is a reasoning model, means it thinks before answering. The X API does not share reasoning tokens generated by the model. So unlike Gemini, for example, Gemini 2.5 Pro, you can see the thinking tokens. So you can actually see what Gemini is thinking about. In Grok 4, it seems you cannot. Grok 4 is pricing equivalent to Grok 3, so the pricing is the same as Grok 3, which is also impressive. So it seems they have so they have like different techniques for improving the model, other than just like pure compute. Per 1 million input-output tokens. Okay, so here's they compare it with the pricing of Claude 4. So it's identical to Claude 4 Sonnet, and it's more expensive than the Gemini 2.5 Pro. So the key benchmarking results, Claude 4 leads not only in our artificial intelligence index, but also our coding index. So there is the artificial intelligence index, which is their own index score, and the coding index. So they have live code bench and scicode and math index. So it leads in coding and math index. All-time high score in GPQA Diamond. I don't know what's that, representing a leap. All-time score in humanities last exam, 24%, beating Gemini 2.5 Pro, we've seen that. Okay, joint score FMMLU Pro and AIME. So it's like a benchmark for mathematical analysis and for mathematical reasoning. So basically it scores 87%, 94, it's the best one. The speed, it's 75 tokens per second, slower than O3. Gemini, but faster than Claude for Opus thinking. Okay, other key information, context window 256,000, supports text and image input, supports function calling and structured outputs. So this is actually impressive. So the intelligence index of Grok previously was 67. So it was like placing the 6th amongst the other LLMs, but now it's the number 1. LLM. Here, as you can see, the intelligence versus price indicator. So we can see, as we've seen with the ARC-AGI as well, O3 Pro is expensive and like giving the same performance or even less performance than the Grok 4. So as I said, they didn't increase the pricing, so they didn't do something related to just compute. I think they did other improvements. I've seen in the conference that they talked about some reinforcement learning post-training. So this might be contributing to the fact that it's better than other models. So I think we discussed the main benchmarks that Grok 4 excels in, and it seems it's actually all of them. And I'm actually waiting now to see if we can use it for coding, because that's will give us the most out of it. If it's gonna have the same capabilities of Claude 4, it's gonna be impressive. And for now, it seems the reasoning and math capabilities is matching Claude 4 and even better than it in a lot of cases. So I believe this is everything that we need to know about why Grok 4 is release is actually a big news, because it have pushed the boundaries of the intelligence of the current AI models. I'm not saying LLMs, because it's not just an LLM, it's a multimodal neural network. And I think what would be interesting is to know how these models work under the hood, like what are the actual improvements that led to this improvement as well. So that was all what I wanted to share with you. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.